Alright, well today we're actually starting with a guild event because I woke up on time. It's just going to be the cooking event and Wild End Time Space Anomaly and Guild League. Now Guild League is going to be a little bit weird because I usually kind of lead... I usually kind of lead the guild in battle for that. Not that we're not the strongest guild, we're... depending on our matchup, we either will stomp or get stomped, which is kind of the name of the game when it comes to whale games like this anyway. But who are we up against this time? Let's see. Okay, Colo Colo, I have no idea who that is, so it will probably just be an easy win. I would imagine. Yeah, they're below us, so I doubt they'll put up that much of a fight. But we'll see. You never know. But yeah, so the cooking event is just kind of overcooked light. As you'll see in a couple of seconds here, it's best to get a priest buff before you go in. For the movement speed, let's see. See if anybody can get me. There we go. One of them got me. So yeah, that movement speed buff will make it into here. Now, I don't usually do too well in this, and my teammate this time also is tends to not be the best at it just because they're not used to this type of gameplay. And might actually be on mobile, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I need carrots and fish for the first one. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. The main thing you want to do is make sure that you don't overtime. I don't know what that does. You can get pickups like that. There's one that gives you movement speed. I don't know what overtime does. But yeah, this is similar to just Overcooked. You pick up the things, you put them down based on what's requested. Every now and again, the position of the items on the map will shuffle around. And like you can see, that accelerate buff is very good that Kelly just got. And I would imagine the boxes are going to shuffle pretty soon here. For now, I'm just kind of handling the top left and leaving her to the top right because we're not chatting. And then there you go, the boxes have shuffled. But yeah, it's really just Overcooked. I'd say the only thing you really need to consider is that there is a time. It takes a little bit of time for you to pick up things. And so you want to make sure that you don't leave before you have the item in your hand, before that little circle's done filling out. Otherwise, you'll kind of screw yourself over. I got this overtime buff again that I have no idea what it means. It only lasts for 5 seconds. That's my first time seeing that buff. 5 seconds, don't know what it does. But yeah, usually, you generally want to strive for like, I don't know, like 12 to 13 dishes. I usually only get like around 10. In my groups. We'll see how it goes this time. I mean, we're already at 10 though, so dang it. And then I messed up there. So it is going better this time. And then sometimes food will also appear on the floor that you can use that just may happen to be closer. Like that. Like this fish, for example, that I need. It's closer. It's a good thing. Likewise, this carrot. Now we're down to 30 seconds. Am I going to be able to finish this dish in time? The main choke point's going to be the fish, but it looks like Kelly's on that. That would be good if she's able to get it over here in time. She did, nice. And then I think that's all we're going to get. So 13 actually quite good. And we might be able to get No, there's no way we get this 14. Don't have enough time left. Damn. That's close though. We almost got 14. Yeah, we ended up both going for the lettuce at the end. If I would have gone straight to the carrot, we actually would have possibly made it. But that was pretty good. That was pretty good. And yeah, well, the message for how people did. 2070 points. Which is second place for our guild so far. Of course, there are other ones that are running. And globally, it kind of seems like the previous top guild has, or maybe all the previous top guilds have like stopped doing these events because we're taking first place fairly often now, which we usually didn't because we're like the 6th or 7th place guild right now in the server. Not surprising. Yeah, now we just wait, eat the dishes, and do the little mini events in the guild. I still need to do my duo battle of Yggdrasil, but I need to do time space first. I guess I should. I put a guide in our Discord, but I can just write it out here quickly. Let's see. So. And then, yeah, that's about it. What I was saying there is that for, oh yeah, also join parties before entering to and melee / range. Smiths. So for the event, it's not coming up for a bit still. We still got 20 minutes till it starts, but for this one, you just want to make sure that you're using a counter element. So this one's fire, you'd want to be using cold. Because I'm a meteor wizard, I usually use meteor for most things. However, when it comes to this, when it's fire type, obviously you have a massive, like 75% less damage. So it's best to just use cold bolt. Like I do have storm gust in that, but I just don't think storm gust is higher DPS because of its long cast time. But I've also never tried it. So let's see. But I'm responding in Discord. But yeah, so this is what? Half-second cast time, 1.6 global cooldown, so it takes roughly 2.1 seconds for per 1000% damage. I don't care about the flat. For 1000% damage, whereas this one takes 8.7 for 4000, which is It's roughly the same. I'd say, yeah. Yeah, if this is 8.7 seconds. So yeah, this would be a little bit less. This is 8.7 seconds for 4,000% damage. Whereas this is like 2.1 seconds for 1,000%. So if you multiply it by 4, it's 4,000% at 8.2 or 8.2 seconds. So yeah, the Cold Bolt is a higher DPS output. And then there's also the fact that he can move out of the Storm Gust. Technically, he doesn't really, but he could. Water Ball requires water, obviously, so you can't use that at all without, a Sage. And then Frost Diver is just very, very little damage. It's about this is a CC ability, not a damage dealing ability. So yeah, Cold Bolt's the way to go for this one. I don't need to be on that setup though. Auto settings, change my meteor to Cold Bolt and be ready for that when it happens. And then the converters I was talking about, it's just these crystals. They'll change the element of your pet's attack to whatever for 20 minutes. You can get these from the, I think it's the point shop for pets. No, I guess it's normal shop. So here, the RO shop. Is it? Where's pets? Where's pets? I think it is a point shop. Oh, look, I got a new title, Michelin Chef. Because our guild ranked #1 and we ranked 2 in the guild. I think it's 2 through 5 gets the Michelin Chef title in that event. When that happens. Anyway, what was I looking at? So converters. I think it is the point shop. No, it's not. Where is the pet shop? Am I just dumb? This real quick. I feel like I'm just dumb. Why am I not seeing it? So it wouldn't be here. There's specifically a pet shop. I'm not finding it. So this thing means that a random event's going to happen in either boxes or an NPC that you talk to and then do emotes. It looks like it was the NPC and I don't know where they spawned. I don't see them, so somebody else got it. But yeah, why am I not finding the pet shop? What's going on? Oh no, it was the boxes. I just saw literally 0 of them. Pet shop. I think this will take me to it. Yes. Okay. Okay. It is the point shop that I opened the first time. It's just under common. It doesn't say pets, it says common. And then you go to the grocery tab. So just to make that more obvious, backpack, points in the top right, common, grocery. And then you can buy the conversion crystals right here. You can also buy this, which will revive your pets faster, which if you're allowed to use it in the time space event, it would definitely be worth it. So I'll pick some of those up now that I think about it. These things just heal your pet, regenerates their SP and everything. This one increases their attack. So I guess, hey, yeah, it's 20 minutes. I may as well grab one of those for the event. And then these are also just potions for the pets, which I honestly think I have like 0 of at this point in time. These are just buff dishes, and then the buff crystals. I may as well. No, it's too expensive. There's another dish ready as well. I'm going to grab that real quick. Eating the dishes just gives you extra experience. And I'm going to go back there, and yeah, I'll buy some of the pet potions. They are automatically used as far as I remember. I'll just do like 99. Good. There you go. And they don't go in here. I think the pets just automatically use them as they're needed. Because keeping the pets alive for the time space event is good. Oh, I missed that. another event popped up and I was talking to, you know, that one was the NPC. But yeah, I'm getting too easily distracted here. The event, you bring in 4 pets with you for time space anomaly, so it is good to keep them alive and healthy. The Baphomet does tend to kill them very quickly. And then what I was saying forever ago and got distracted from is the event, you can enter 4 times in total. And for time space, this is just like a DPS, a mini boss. You can enter to deal your damage 4 times in total. And when it starts, a bar comes down here and it starts at 1x, which is a point multiplier, and goes to 2x and then 3x. So the most optimal way to do it is you just do the 1x immediately as soon as the event starts. You wait for the 2x to start. Then you do that one as soon as you can. Then at the 3x, one of the guild officers, in this case me, will blow the battle horn, which for 30 seconds anybody entering deals higher damage. So as soon as 3x starts, I blow that horn, and then, you know, we enter again. And then we enter a second time on the 3x for our 4th entry before the event ends. And that's the most efficient way to do it, because you can only enter 4 times total. But again, right now we're just doing a little banquet, and that'll be soon. I don't remember if today's banquet has the little food fight after it or not. I think it does. No quiz or anything. And yeah, this tells you when the next thing is happening, like this box over here. Oh, look, I got the lucky box. The boxes are either the lucky box that just give you something, a box that makes you tiny, or a box that makes you large. The boxes that make you tiny or large, and this is probably an oversight by the devs, make you unable to eat the food. So that's a bit problematic, but I think you can just remove the buff by coming into here and pressing the X on it, like with other buffs. Oh, and you also do want to talk to the Charisma Baby of the Guild daily. They give you 1 random item, and it can include things like those auto-gathering scrolls that normally you would have to pay for. Not much. It's diamonds, the free premium currency. You know, look at that new title. And I do not have enough guild funds lately. Can't keep up with the dishes. Look, it's our dishes this time. And then there also is a chance that you can get a lucky dish, I suppose, which makes you, I think, get more experience and some items out of it. Mostly like treasure map fragments. But you can also get treasure map fragments normally. Doesn't have to be through the lucky dish. I don't think I got any of the fragments I need there. No, I did not. Oh, another event popped up. The NPC again, but I wasn't paying attention, so I'm sure somebody's already talked to it. Yes, riding an invisible mount. For some reason, this display bug tends to happen in Guild Hall. Your mount just won't show up. So you're just awkwardly sitting on nothing. And then you can also sometimes turn invisible. I will say, for, you know, a low resolution mobile game that, I mean, not low resolution, but, you know, low graphics, low fidelity mobile game, the PC client is probably too limited, like way more than it needs to be. I have my settings on ultra and everything. I do have my crowd density down a little bit, but I can turn it up. But even with it up, the load in distance is extremely tiny, and I don't have my music nor effects on, so it's been a very quiet stream so far. Sorry about that. Why am I still not hearing the music though? Hold on. Ah, so the audio is coming through my, sorry about that, my other speakers, because those speakers were set as the main ones while I launched the game, and the game doesn't change, oh, doesn't change the input device on the fly. I might be able to manually change it in the settings. I'll see after this event pops. And also the camera going through the ceiling is a thing. Oh, yep, and now I'm very tiny. That's one of the effects. But yeah, like the load-in distance is very, very small. Much smaller. Like you can see that there's nobody at the end of the table right now. Well, yeah, and then if I walk over, then they load in after a delay. And so you can see the action. Okay, so you can't actually get rid of this. So you can see that action blocked while busy. It also will block your ability to eat. It doesn't tend to be a problem because it doesn't last long enough for it to be a problem, but I still feel like that's an oversight by the devs. They didn't really consider the consequence of the player not being able to, you know, participate in the event because they participate in the event. Yeah. Stream's also showing that you aren't capturing any audio from the game though, so that's very odd. Like I can hear it if I take my earbuds out. Right? Yeah. So the audio is coming through my TV. I guess I'm going to have to restart the game real quick in order for the audio to work for the stream. It should be coming through right now, even if it's coming out of the, unless I change the, let's try this. A new audio application audio capture. Now going through a different device. Yeah, no, it's still not doing anything. Oh no. Okay, so now the stream should be able to hear the audio. Even though I can't hear it. I'll just leave it like that, and I'll check the stream. Yep, okay, I just checked on the stream and it is indeed audible. That is good. I guess I can just leave both of these up, and if the audio, you know, messes up and it can still come through. I'll just have to make sure the next time that I start a stream that I don't have two instances of audio being broadcast to the stream, because that would be obviously not optimal. So yeah, at this point, the guild events are, everything are over. We are just waiting for this. I'm going to join another team to get buffs because this is a solo event. The team is just to get the priest buffs for the event that's starting. So I'm going to type that again. It's an input record here. The message isn't too long. Stop that. there are like 2-player emotes like this, which is what Ren here is using on me. To do them, you would just you would click their name to select them. Go here, duo action, actions, and the emotes. Now some of these are locked behind, I guess, friendship level. Yeah, so it's like you can raise it by sending gifts, but you can also raise it by you can also raise it by just partying with the players while they're on your friends list. So for example, and also I should make this party just auto accept because it's for buffs. You'll see in the friends list here, this is the friendship level, friend level 2, because I've partied with Steven a good amount. Same with Acid and Kelly to a lesser extent. Same with Lexus here. So all these people, these are the friendship levels, and you only need 50 to be able to use all of the duo emotes. So pretty straightforward. Me making sure. That was me asking our guild lead if there was anybody we could remove to make space for new players, but there hadn't been anybody that was inactive, so. But yeah, that's about it, honestly. Now we're just waiting for time space to begin. Like I said, I just posted this all again so that the guild members know. And if they don't get the horn buff, that is on them because they're not paying attention. Not be liable for that. We want to make sure that yep, those are still on. Wait, no, they're off, aren't they? Too bad. That's exactly why I checked that. Want Natasha out primarily. I'm not 100% sure if the buffs and elemental converters do apply to all of your pets in that game mode, because obviously you have multiple pets. You have 4 in at the same time, and I don't know if it just buffs the one pet you currently have out when you use it or not, and you're not allowed to use it inside the fight. The game just doesn't let you. And then what one of our members was mentioning right there, which is actually something I did in fact forget. Is the Imperium buff. So this thing, officers can like freely charge it, so I'll just do it, whatever. This thing, it gives you a random buff that lasts for several days. 2 days, there you go. And I mean, that's pretty good. I got magic damage, physical damage. I'll take it. I don't need the physical, obviously, but magic damage. Well, I would rather have magic damage plus damage bonus. So what you can do is you come in here. I'm just gonna, and the charging makes 2, for us it's 2 right now, crystals randomly more powerful, so they give a bigger bonus. And then you can spend 100k coins to randomly give yourself buffs for 2 days, or you can spend twice the amount to guarantee that you get at least one you're looking for. And then you get a random value just based on, you know, RNG. It's probably better overall. I mean, the plus 19 and plus 21. Anyway, and then when you use a charging, officers can use up to 5 a week for free. The entire guild gets this benefit, and it lasts for 20 minutes. But once they use it and lock in the charging bonus, that bonus stays for the full 2-day duration. They just need to use their Imperium blessing within the 20 minutes after the charging has been applied in order to get charging. And which crystals get charged is also RNG. But yeah, that's something that you really should do every 2 days. It just makes you a little bit stronger. I just tend to forget about it, because it's, you know, Just something, it's pretty minor, but it still is effective. Helps you out. Guild skills real quick after the event, I suppose. Pet attack up go. Okay, 1 minute. Just because attention span can be a little bit short. I do spam that a bit. Make sure that everybody is indeed paying attention and following it properly. Alrighty. A little bit on the slow side. But for the first one, it doesn't really matter. If you're a little bit slow, it's not the end of the world. Because for the 1x and the 2x, we only enter one time, and then we're just waiting for the next one to start. Now, there is this rally button. I actually have absolutely no idea what it does. I'll be honest. When I click it, nothing seems to happen, so I do not know. I don't know what it's for or what it does. I also forgot to use my pet buffs because I wasn't thinking about it because I was talking. And also my own buff potions. Abilities. I guess you can use them inside. I guess you Other events you can't. I guess this one's different. Okay. I lied. You can use them while you're in there. And also on the water elemental. And now all the buffs are properly active for the pets. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about with. You have to like double and triple and quadruple inform people. And it is what it is. And yeah, the buffs from the priest last a good bit, but like here I'm going to probably need another one before I enter because the most recent buff I got was a little bit later and still got a few minutes until 2x point starts and we re-enter. I need a buff party. And one thing you may have noticed that I started auto-attacking the Baphomet while that little annoying countdown screen was going. And you can just do that by using your hotkeys if you're on the PC client. For me, it's R to enable auto. You can see it's turning on and off without me clicking it. So you can use hotkeys while you're in that little counting screen. And yeah, so I got my buffs refreshed, so they'll be up for the next time. They last 10 minutes each. Like I said, what we're waiting for now is for this bar to go under this little notch, and then we'll be at 2x points, and that's our next entry point. If I were to enter again now, I'd only be getting 1x points, and I wouldn't have enough time to get, more points, because you can only enter 4 times in total. So I would get 1x points, and then I would have to do another entry at 2 as my third entry, and then at 3 as my, fourth. I could also, like, to recover it, if I accidentally entered 1x 2 times, I could just wait out the entirety of the 2x bar and then enter my last 2 times in 3x, but obviously that would not be optimal at all. Now it's 2x points, so we enter. And then, yep, we just auto. Again, I don't know what rally does. I click it anyway, but I will say at one point in time, I swear I saw another player enter here with me and assist me, which is how previous games have worked. Like, this exact event exists in many, many different games. There are a ton of mobile games that have exactly this event. And in previous iterations I played, while you're waiting for your next battle, you click on a person's name and enter to assist them. That doesn't seem to be the case here, but I have seen another player with me before. I'm really not sure what the deal is with that. But yeah, like normally I'd be able to be like, oh, this person's in combat, I'm going to join them. But it doesn't work. And yeah, again, and now. I don't know. People just can't follow instructions. You gotta constantly tell them over and over again. And yeah, like I said, we're 8th place in this right now. We'll probably finish 7th, ideally, but we'll see. And so this is the guild we're fighting today. After this event will be the guild war. And they are significantly lower than us and with a lot less participation, so we will probably beat them in guild war. And I don't need to get another priest buff just yet because I still have 8 minutes on it. In fact, I don't think I need another one for the rest of the event. Because yeah, we only got 5 minutes left. So yeah, now at this point, we're waiting until it goes into the 3x point range, and then I'll be blowing the battle horn and we'll be entering. If people were paying attention and doing it properly, they'll have plenty of time, because you'll see my next challenge is about to be up now. And so now I'm just waiting for another 50 seconds until we hit the next run. So if the others were paying attention and doing things right, there's no world in which they'll miss the horn when I activate it at 3x points. So anybody that does miss it, it's because they weren't paying attention and they weren't following instructions. And yep, now we are up to 7th. A couple extra seconds just because, so people don't mess up. And now the big old announcement message, both in the guild chat and in the game, and the button glows. Like it's pop up at the bottom, the guild chat, and then also the button glows when it's active. So if anybody missed it, well, that is on them. Yeah, that is a little bit hard to read. go. As you can see, the last round I got 80,000 points. This round I got 143,000 points. So, does make a big difference, both the horn and the multipliers. And then we'll just enter one more time as soon as this is up. I'll have, you know, like a couple, like 40 seconds or so to spare. So at this point, just waiting. I'm surprised that Rex damage is so much lower because he's also quite strong. One of our, I guess he is a knight. Isn't nearly as much damage potential as a wizard like Steven, but yeah, he's 152k. This 155k. You know, at that rate, he probably missed something. Like he probably missed an entry. Paying attention. Alrighty. 10 more seconds, we enter the last one. There we go. The reason I have this Alice in here is just because I just don't have enough single target DPS pets right now. Oh, I think I just realized what Rally does. I think it calls your followers to you. Your pets. Followers, I said. I think it calls your pets to your current position. Interesting. You probably could micromanage that to keep your pets alive longer. Or higher DPS output. And then, yeah, because I didn't have the horn, I got about 20k less score that time. So the battle horn is quite impactful. And there we go. Yep, looks like well, it's gonna be close. Like we'll probably end in 7th place. Oh no, they overtook. Well, other people are still getting in and out too, so we'll see at the end. Guild is 7th or 8th on this event. We are mostly just free to play with a few whales, so I'm not a very super sweaty guild or anything like that. Originally, we just joined it from our Discord group. I wasn't intending to, well, I think I mentioned before, I was talking to my other friends here. But Lynn baited me into it. I don't think we really need to have sight on the bar, if I'm being honest. I'll put it there anyway. And yeah, I know I could use my support skill button, but I just don't feel the need for that. That would be this thing. I like to be able to use everything, you know, when I want it, not just spang them out, and I don't have enough things on my hotbar that I would require that. Now, one thing I did notice is this is empty. Change that out with something. Oh, I don't have Quagmire here though. Because the freezing and lightning is better, but Quagmire is also really good in dropping meteor storms. Is really good. I don't know what I want here. No, I think I'm actually just gonna go with my normal Quagmire meteor storm, especially because we're against opponents that are weaker than us. Like if they were stronger, I'd want to use more strategy using things like freeze and Jupiter Thunder to push them back. You know, the freeze to keep them off me and keep myself safe. But when we're up against a lower strength guild than our own, I think it's better to just be able to pummel them down using lots of meteor storms. Our elites do this for now, and then we'll see who's offline and swap them out. I know Nin does not like to be in the main field. Same with Lee. So many priests in this party. Alright. Rect is in there, right? Should be. Yep, there he is. Top. Oh, sure. I don't know where you are. I see why is he in the Chamber of Sage? What? Why is he inviting us to follow him to the Chamber of Sage? I don't know what he's doing. Right now we're just waiting for the event to begin. Need 15. Actually. looks like I'm having some trouble with my bitrate for some reason. Not sure why. I guess I can go in here and lower the on-screen players. Maybe that's too much spam up for the game to keep up with. The stream to keep up with. I'm not sure. I do know my ISP, the highest upload it has is 10 megabits per second, so it's not the best for streaming, certainly. I do need to get fiber at some point, but it's still not available in my area after several years. What can I do? Right, if it is lagging a little bit. Can't do this any other day, so I don't know why it would randomly do it today. Anything in the background that I need to get rid of? No, not really. Not sure. Sure what is causing it to be a little bit more laggy today. Yeah, I'm not showing any particular bottlenecking anywhere in my hardware either, nor my internet. Well, no, yeah, my send is bottlenecking a little bit. Yeah, it's just the, insufficient upload speeds. I should probably just knock the stream down to an 80p. Right now I have it streaming at full 4K resolution. I probably just can't match that. Obviously, I can't change that right now. I change it on the fly. I'd have to bring the stream down to do that. I'll remember that for next time. Video down to 1080p instead of 4K. And then that should prevent any future lagging. Alright. 3 more minutes till we go in. Yes, YouTube, I understand that you're not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. Not something I can fix at this very moment. I do have my food buffs running still, so that's fine. Yeah, well, I guess for this I probably actually want an AoE pet. Target that, take all the stuff out there, and now I can make myself a few more left. May as well use while we're waiting. What was their name? Usually that would be in voice call with the guild for this in our Discord, but I am doing this right now, so I am not. Alright, let's see. I start sun. Or moon, really, it doesn't matter. I guess we'll start sun because we usually do. Oh, by the way, this little button here that pops up is officers can use these skills that appear when people in the subfield kill bosses. Like when they kill the enemies and bosses there, it charges up our battlefield skills that we can use here. They're all just very large AoE bursts around you of a specific element, those being obviously fire, water, and poison. And they are shared between all the officers and like commanders, whatever rank can use it. They're shared between everybody of that rank in the guild, so if one person uses it, it's used for everybody. Not saying that everybody uses it, I'm saying that that usage is consumed. So they're on a guild-wide basis, the number of uses you have, not an individual basis. And the skill just goes off in an AoE around the person who used it. A fairly large AoE, pretty much big enough to fit this entire capture zone, if you're in the middle. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine this this fight will give us too much trouble. But they do have a pretty good amount of members there. Starts in 50 seconds. Now, I will say one thing is because there's not a lot of strategy, or really any strategy. I mean, I guess you could say there's a little strategy. This is just like King of the Hill. There are 3 points, and it's King of the Hill. That's it. That's the game. So the only strategy is like, you know, proper rotation between the points, and that's about it. Because of that, these battles are generally pretty one-sided, no matter what. One guild will win, the other will lose. Like, one will generally win pretty heavily over the loser. We have had more even fights, but most of the time they're just a stomp in one direction or the other. There's also 0 spawn protection for some reason. So if you're like a dominating guild can just spawn camp and kill everybody. Any contention. Given that there are 0 enemies over here, I'm just going to move to moon. As a wizard, I just kind of, well, ow, assassins. I just kind of drop meteor storms. Oh, that is a very long cooldown on my safety wall, is it? That's strange. Safety wall appears to be explicitly nerfed for this map. Huh. It wasn't like that before. My first time seeing that happen. No, it's not enemies. Yeah, 10-second cooldown on safety wall. It's crazy. That's okay. Yeah, they're getting sun back. Okay. And then move on over to Star. There's not a large amount of enemies. I just use single target, of course. And yeah, like I said, this is usually how it turns out. Just ends up as a stomp one way or the other. Just because there's not really any employable strategy you can use to overcome a stronger opponent. And so it just ends up with this standing on their spawn points and spamming AoE on them. Hopefully when we get to things like War of Imperium later on, it'll be a bit more balanced, a bit more exciting. Of course, in games like this, you'll never really have particularly good balance just because, you know, they're games that are built for whales. If you don't whale, you don't win. But that's just the nature of this genre of game. This one is at least still pretty good to free-to-plays. Like, I'm a free-to-play and I'm still able to perform pretty well. So it's not like it's impossible or anything. And like here, the enemy team is capturing some points because we're a little too focused on spawn camping, and you can respawn at different spots. When you die and respawn, you get a choice of 2 spots to go to. Not like you're only here. Right now, given the state of Star, I'm assuming a lot of people are respawning over there instead of I think the spawn point's this over here. I guess I'm not running ice. I'm not as good against single targets. Obviously, I can't hold them down with freeze and stuff like that, but it's fine. I'd rather just have the AoE for this fight. And then a wizard 1v1ing a ranger isn't the best idea, especially at low HP, but, you know, it's fine. My guild backed me up in the end. God, what is this slow that's on me? Curse, I guess. Curse of being mildly inconvenienced. And you can run a sneak card as well on any class by just using the smoke card. You can have a low level hiding, but I just don't think it's very effective. I used it for a while, and it's like a 10-second invisibility period that doesn't really do much of anything for you, especially when this is the final outcome of the battles. A ball of people all standing, AoE spamming. Now the subfield is just It's kind of a battle against monsters. Oh, and like here's this big skill I was talking about. Like if I use it, there's a very large AoE explosion around me. But yeah, the subfield is more PvE, but it's also still PvP because you're fighting for the kills on the monsters to charge up these abilities for your main field. It's a PvPvE. Yep. And like a little cold one also. There you go. It's pretty much the same visual, but it's water element. And this should be over pretty soon. When this number... No, it's... I think this is the collection from the subfield. This is the amounts of monster kill points we're getting from our subfield members at the bottom of the yellow bar. So once it gets to 8,000, we get another skill. And then the top number is the capture point. I guess just read out. So your points decrease as the enemy has the spot captured. So a bigger number is better, obviously. And when it hits 0, you lose. But yeah, it's not that you gain points while capturing, it's that you lose points while the enemy has things captured. It's a little counterintuitive, but you know. I think kills also affect your overall point pool. Maybe. I'm not 100% on that one. I think that when players die, their team loses some points, like maybe 1 per death, but I'm not sure on that one. It's just a guess. And so this is the main field, and you can only enter the main field if you're one of the elites that you saw me setting up before the event began. Otherwise, you go to the subfield. However, elites can go to the subfield too if they want to. That's why I just find it easiest to say, you know, in the chat, just try to enter the main field first, and then if you don't get in, go to the subfield, because that means you're not an elite. Well, most of the people are generally the same. It's just done by power, team composition, and if you're online. So if you're not online, you know, like you saw me doing earlier, if a player's not online for the event, like when it's starting, then we just replace them. Swap them out with somebody who is active, because we obviously want active members on the main field. But yeah, this event, like I said, it ended up as I figured. It's a one-way stop at the end of the day. Just because there's no real way for your guild to, there's no real strategy that a weaker guild can employ to overcome a stronger guild. That just doesn't exist in the game. Now, I will say, I have no idea what these are. These numbers on the left, I don't know. I have no clue what the sword, shield, and tower represent. Like this picture is clearly a picture of this tower, but I don't know what the number means. It might be something to do with the subfield, I'm not sure. Clicking on it doesn't tell me anything. I don't know. Also, yeah, I think I'm wrong about the yellow bar. I think when the yellow bar fills up, we win. I don't think it's anything to do with these skills, actually. But I also had thought that when the yellow bar emptied, you lost. I'm not sure. Apparently, it's our morale. According to people in the guild chat. I'm not really familiar with it. And then here's the poison one. Oh. It does have a different animation than the others. Not exactly sure what it does. Does it say if I click and hold? It does not. No. I will to say one thing that they definitely should have in this is spawn protection. You should not be able to camp spawn zones. That's just anti-fun. So the game should add spawn protection so you can't be damaged in your spawn zone. Either having the spawn areas be no damage can be taken, and obviously no crowd control either. Like you can't be hit in those areas, or just giving players like 5 seconds of invincibility, but they also can't attack when they spawn. Either of those would be fine. Because spawn camping is very unfun. Oh yeah, there you go. Morale has reached 8,000. All allies are granted with buffs. Morale up 30% less damage taken and plus 25% movement speed, so it's a win more mechanic, I guess. His morale goes up if you're winning and killing players. So you're only going to reach 8,000 morale if you're already in a strong lead, like a very strong lead. It really is just like a win more mechanic that doesn't seem to... Yeah. Why is it there? It's like, oh, you're stomping the enemy team. Well, now you can stomp them harder. Congrats. I don't know. Seems like a bit of a silly mechanic to me. If anything, it should be the opposite. It should be like some sort of mechanic that if you're getting really... Like if you're losing really badly, that you can at least get some sort of... Like, yeah, just like a buff to try and help even it out a little bit. Obviously nothing too strong that would cause you to beat an opponent that should win against you because they're better and have more members, but at least a little something to make it, I guess, less miserable for the losing team. I don't know. But it's hard to say about putting a buff for the loser because, yeah, rewarding you for doing poorly is not exactly... That's not good. You don't want to reward people because they're losing. That's bad for the winners, for the stronger people, that you're getting punished for doing well. But the win more buff is also just kind of pointless, I guess. I think the main thing would just be adding more strategy to the battles. So even if you're weaker, you can overcome some amount of strength gap through using proper strategy and removing the ability of spawn camping. But yeah, well, look at this report. I don't think I mean 10th. Sure. I wasn't really doing a whole lot. Just running around dropping meteors. But yeah, I think they should just make no spawn camping possible and add more strategy. Hopefully with future Guild v Guild events that will come into play. I doubt there will be, any changes to this one. If there were going to be changes, they would have been made years ago on the previous versions. So it's just a matter of seeing what additional content comes out and hoping that it makes for a better PvP experience. But again, just like every single other game in this genre, it's catered to the people who spend money. It's designed so that those people can stomp other people because, that's fun for them. They spend money and then they get to obliterate people, and, that's part of the appeal of the game. So, that is how it will generally always be for this genre. If you don't spend, you just won't do as well. And again, like I said, I'm not saying it's impossible without spending. It's not like you can't do anything when you don't spend. Because again, I'm a free to play, and I was just in a guild battle where we stopped the enemy. And so it's decently free to play friendly. It's just that a free to play will never be able to compete with a whale, with a spender in the game. That's just the nature of these mobile gacha games. Oh yeah, when you're loading these cargoes, by the way, you don't actually have to run to all those little stores. You can just click the icon and click load cargo, and it will open up the store page for whatever you need to buy, including the pieces of equipment. Guess that's a good little thing to know if you didn't. No, he's fighting a MVP that I don't want to fight. We go. I'm only farming mistress right now, so just farming other things. I guess right now I will go. Does this have one of the things open that I wanted? Yes, it does. Okay. What's the power? Neutral. I guess I just stick them in a normal use from here. I'll do this Hordor Dream then real quick. Sir, fire. This is a much more compressed map than the other ones. That's for sure. It looks like it just spawns... Oh, okay, it just spawns things of all of the other maps, I guess. It spawns those the elemental mobs of all the other maps as its first spawn, so you just have random elements and then a neutral element boss. Fair enough. But yeah, you can see there how much damage these things do to the player. Quite a lot. Gotta be careful about getting hit. Because if you die, even if your pets are still alive, if you die, you're done. I'm stepping back here to hopefully have my pets tank for me. And then, like I said, I just drop the meteors on where the enemy is going to spawn. So that they spawn and are hopefully stunned. But also, ow. I won't have enough tickets today to unlock the final one, unfortunately. That's what I got for that event. I haven't done my basic dailies today, so I can go do those as well. For me, I don't do the mini ones. I just do Hazy Forest and then 2 anthems daily. I also need to do my branches here, my MVPs and my Alfheim. It's just collecting it because I haven't unlocked anything new and I won't till level 68. So there we go. Done. What was the new special event? Yeah, let's go. Okay, it just gives us more combat time and more monster annihilation time every day, and it doesn't stack. And of course, it put me as the leader, so I guess I have to do this. I can't just follow. Hazy Forest is just You walk around, you do the things. Lost key is what you don't want to see, because then that just means you have to spend more time on the map, but it is what it is. But it's, there's nothing difficult here. It's just run around, enter the portals. When you have lost key, you have to go to another portal and then eventually backtrack back through the forest to the boss. Like, you have to go through another line of portals, get the key, then come back and go through the other portal that was locked because you didn't have the key. That's pretty much it. And you can, of course, see where the key is on the map. Make sure you're going the right way. And the portals can be pretty finicky. They don't have very large AoE, or yeah. You have to stand pretty much specifically in the center of it. This thing is just chase the pouring into the circle, while avoiding your teammates pushing them away. More or less. There you go. And then here, you know, we go, like, this is the fork in the road, the boss is to the right, and you can see that the key is to the left. So you go to the left first. Beat this guy to get the key. This map was actually a lot more convenient. Usually the path to the key is much longer, but you can see it keeps going that way. And you could keep going that way, and you'd just be wasting time. Instead, you want to go back to the fork in the road where you originally saw and go that way, and that will lead you to the boss. And there it is. Well, no, I don't think this is it. I think we still gotta... Oh no. Wait, what? Okay, I guess I'm wrong. I guess where the boss is random. It's not necessarily anything to do with the fork. So if I had walked into that portal first instead of going to the key, it would have let me in. But if you tried to walk into the portal with this one, if I had tried to walk into this portal before getting the key, which wouldn't be possible here, but if I had tried to do that, it wouldn't have let me in and been like, hey, you need a key. And that's how you know that's the boss room. Yeah, in previous experience, it's always been the direction opposite the key for me, but I guess that's just RNG. Let me do Anthem Trial, which is just stand around, shoot things. Simple enough. You don't have to watch the animation, you can just leave. This person has an Earth Lord, which should do, like, you know, full map taunt, so I can just cast on top of them and kill everything. I really would like to get myself an Earth Lord because it's very convenient for things like Anthem Trial and farming too. Like, there's a farming spot in one of the maps with the Archaeopy and Argos, where if you have Earth Lord, you can pull 6 of them to you at the same time, and then farm all 6 at once. I don't have Earth Lord, so I can't utilize that. I do feel like while the Earth Lord is very good, I would say as a first pay, it's better to focus on a single target DPS for the events like Time Space and Time Space, Alfheim. Just, I'd say damage is more useful than defense in general. But that is also my opinion on the matter. That usually tends to be the case. You normally will hit a wall in not having enough damage output before you'll ever hit a wall in not having enough survivability in these type of games. don't think we have an Earth Lord in this one, so you'll see how much slower this anthem is going to be. Big taunts from that Earth Lord pooling everything together, so we have to run around and get all of these spread out enemies. Dunnel, this pet, the one I have out right now, helps because he has a very large AoE, high damage, large AoE ability. It does help to clear things, like you can see it, he used it over here and it hit the enemies on the way over here. And he's the free S rank that you get from the starter event. So he does help, but you can see that Earth Lord definitely made this a lot faster of a process. Yeah, one of those. When you don't have an Earth Lord, but you do have a Dunnel, you're better just standing in the middle of the map, so when things spawn, the Dunnel uses its ability and kills quite a lot of them all at once. You can see this guy standing up here with his, so his will do the same thing, but clear the upper part of the map while mine's clearing more. Oh, no, then he moved. But yeah. So it's still not that much slower, but, well, I mean, it's quite a lot slower, but it still doesn't take all that much time. But you can tell the Earth Lord clear versus this clear. The Earth Lord was much, much faster, just because it can group the entire map all at once. There we go, that is the daily commission tickets done. And don't forget to use your chests, as well as the, if you're using cross server queue, you gotta use these once you're out, because you can't use them in cross server. Art of Guild, very useful. For your guild, obviously. Summon these real quick. See if we get anything useful, anything new. Nope, looks like we did get something new. Nice. I guess which I will take you out of here and go on to this one now. I will say, it does seem I get the one on the right more than the one on the left, but I'm sure that's just RNG and confirmation bias. Get the last two of these. We have done this. I don't see myself getting much further on Endless Tower. I do need to do Yggdrasil. Preferably, I'd either want to have a knight or just another wizard. The easiest way to do these Yggdrasil events are you just stand at the portal and spam AoE Meteor Storm until you see Sneak Attack pop up, and then you gotta teleport back to base, take care of those, and then things get a little bit more iffy. But I guess I'll go with, see if this knight is actually here and not AFK. Because the knights can group them up once you're back at the base, at least, and can provoke some of the things that would normally annoy you. But I would say that just two strong high wizards is going to be the best opposition. This Meteor Storm, you know, the stun from Meteor Storm just keeps everything locked down. That's why when I did my Yggdrasil earlier, on my solo, and the two, I've done both of them, and for the week, and I think I made it to, does it show here? It doesn't. I made it to like you can see here. This is all duo mode, but you can see here my clear and solo. I cleared 30, obviously, and I made it to wave 44 or 45 on the endless mode. And that's on the solo one. So, guild rewards. You don't have an objective, I don't know what you want. Which means I have some more maps that I can complete now. And actually get the bonus up to 100% and get my lottery out of that. Okay, this guy is here. So, let's go. Oh, a guild member was asking. Blacksmith's pretty useless, but whatever. I'll go with them. useless for a wizard. Their buffs are pretty much all physical damage. So he doesn't really lend anything to me. Their AoE with Cart Revolution is not bad, but then that also knocks enemies away and knocks them out. So it actually has some like dyssynergy with Wizard, honestly, but it's fine. If a guildie asks me to do it, I'll do it with them. And then you can click up here, tap instantly to proceed to the next wave. You just click up there to start the next wave right away. You don't have to wait for it. So I just put down quagmires, drop meteors, and then start the next wave once the meteors are falling. So that's it. Like I said, once the sneak attackers start coming, we'll have to change that. But if he's sitting back there, then he can take care of them. Just tell him that. Oh, wait. I don't usually get that skill off. Yeah, it looks like the other person's just standing back at base. So yeah, you see here like the special for the next wave is whatever. And when that says sneak attack, that's when you have to go back to your base. Defend against it. I don't know if with blacksmith in my team, I don't know if we're going to be able to actually clear wave 30 here, honestly. Let's see. But all the way up to like wave, I don't know, 25 should just be a cakewalk. Looks like we got a new member, huh? Yeah, for some reason my yeah, see like that he used his Cart Revolution and knocked it back outside of the meteors. I'll tell him that. But yeah. Then this guy just ignores everything. Knight can actually taunt them though and prevent them from doing that. Like they'll turn around and fight the knights. Useful. Like, what are you? Your undead sapphire is fine. And then the next wave of explosive, these guys do just they bomb pourings. They do ignore the players and try to run. Again, a knight can prevent that, but they're just gonna die because we're on a low wave anyway. Visible. I guess I should use this. The meteor storm will still hit them even if they are invisible though, so it doesn't really matter. I will say, every time there's an invisible wave, I always see that there's a monster left over on the monster counter up here in the top right on the minimap. I don't know what the deal is with that. Like, now you see there's 1 when there should be 0. But I never see the roots getting damaged from that. So it doesn't seem like it's somebody sneaking by. I don't really know what the deal is. I guess I should refresh my food too. And yeah, again, that was him getting knocked out of my AoE. Side. Wait, no? Yeah, see, now it says 2. So, I don't know. I don't know what that map is showing. It could just be bugged. Hammerfall is good here, though, that's for sure. He can stun the enemies. I'll stack that with my meteor stun, and it keeps them even more on lockdown. it comes to Wizard, most of the events are just boiled down to use Meteor Storm. Or later, use Gravity Field. And there is Magic Crusher too, but Magic Crusher's good, but it's more, I would say, definitely a lot more of a PvP build. PvE build. What are you? Oh, you're just neutral, okay. So yeah, like the Magic Crusher build is good, but I think it's more okay, so now you see sneak attack, so I'm just going to drop this. I'm going to teleport back home, activate the wave so he's being hit by what I just dropped, and then I got to kill this guy. And over here, I'm also going to summon a couple of these and upgrade these units while I'm back at base. It's always good to have them. These guys got through him. And now the next several waves will have sneak attack on them. I'm not going to have time to get all the way back up to the field up top, so I'm just going to stick back here until we don't have sneak attack again and then try to get back up there. Probably would be better if this guy stayed back to deal with the sneak attacks while I stayed forward, but it's fine. I'm not, I'm not in chat. I'm not chatting to him right now, so he doesn't know that. These guys are fire types, so my meteors don't do all that much damage to them, but it still stuns them. Here is where I would want to try to get back to front lines. I'd be able to in time? I don't know. 13 seconds, no, I don't think I will make it. I'll try. I think I'm just going to be turning back. They can handle that, right? Yeah, no, I'm not going to get up here in enough time. And it's a boss and explosive boarding, so I think the people back at base should be able to handle the explosives. I would hope. Do I want to risk that? No, I guess I don't. Because these guys won't stop. The knight NPCs should be able to taunt them. But yeah, they're not. They're not successfully taunting them, so. Smack him. Only one managed to explode, at least. This is a boss wave. Again, I'm not going to be able to get up there in time, which is but I can at least. Oh god, that's a lot of bosses. Alright, I'm just going to do that. Smack you and then teleport back home to deal with all of those. Dang. Most of my meteors didn't even hit this guy. Alright. Here. You guys are fully up. This thing. Here, you can just group the enemies together in the middle and blast them. And surprisingly still have our defensive towers, so. And yeah, here I do not have any amount of time, so. The next wave is going to be sneak attack, okay. That might have been far too early. Sure. Yeah, far too early. I'm just going to have to try to gather all of them up here. Some of them will hit the defensive tower. Okay, our swordsman NPC did. Oh, so that's good. Spam meteors on the tree roots where all the enemies have to get to. There might be some enemies chilling up here somewhere. They tend to get stuck on the path, but fine. And then you saw that was a sneak attack wave. I knew these guys were about to be here. swordsman taunted, very good. You guys are strong against fire, they're fire type, but the AoE is very valuable even if they are strong against it. What are they doing? Oh, they keep like attacking the tower and then coming back. Very strange. This guy is stuck. Okay, the next one after this will be explosive, so if I could get all the way back there, timely manner, that would be very helpful. Just burst down the explosive slimes. Shadow type, not water. I think they were water. And yes, now I will be able to make it back there. I think my teammate can handle 2 little mini bosses himself. Or not. They ended up back at me because they could not in fact handle this. There's no way my base is going to be able to stop that bomb. It does deal a lot of damage, so come back for it and hopefully be able to get back up. Yeah, 20 seconds is enough. And then this is the final wave actually, so looking good. I don't think we'll have any problem clearing it. And it goes to endless mode, and you know, we just do whatever. Ideally, you really want to be standing here when endless mode starts. Otherwise, you get backed up with enemies. You get inundated with them very, very quickly. Oh. Good thing I have safety wall. Oops. You do get 3 lives, so the final wave is significantly stronger than all the waves before it. Can you not stop moving, please? Making it so that my skills don't land because you just decided to take a nap. Come on, let's go. Walk into my storm, thank you. Also, die. Okay, so that is 30 out of 30. The endless mode will be starting. I don't know if there's actually any reason to keep going, and ooh, I'm not there, so that's very bad. I don't know if there is any reason to keep going. I don't know if you get more experience depending on how far you get into endless. I'm not sure. I am honestly just gonna leave the other waves to my allies, like the NPCs and then my ally. I don't start suppressing here, then they're just gonna very quickly overwhelm the map. He's seeing me. An elite desert wolf here is fire type. Yeah, at this point the enemies start getting a lot stronger and can just kind of walk through you to a certain extent. But so long as you keep good AoE going on the spot, it's doable for a while. And eventually it just becomes, you know, too much. Can't hold out anymore. Not yet. And you can see where if you had 2 high wizards both spamming Meteor Storm here like this, it would be a lot easier too. You'd have a lot more damage output. Oh, this is a bad boss wave. I think we might actually lose this early, yeah. Usually, like I said, I made it to like 44 in the solo mode. Those are some rough bosses. So now we're pushed back off of the spawn. That means that the spawns are going to start coming out scattered. I won't be able to AoE all of them down at the same time. Also, just being completely destroyed here. There's Frioni. Now the next wave's approaching already. Quickly getting out of hand. The ally is now permanently dead as well. I think it's pretty much over. It's Frioni is... Oh no, he had one more life. I am now permanently dead. But yeah, the Frioni was cancelling my attempts to cast Meteor Storm, and the archers as well were spamming shots, so it just gets untenable eventually, especially if you get pushed off of the spawn point. But all you really have to do is the first 30 waves. The endless mode is just there. I don't know that it even does anything. I don't care about that. What was I? Right. It doesn't take you to the reward screen when you're done for some reason. You have to reopen it, go there, and then claim your rewards. Oh. You only get rewards for wave 10 for duo mode? Well, that's pretty bad. Duo mode rewards kind of suck. No. Obviously, you get, a ton of experience for it, so worth doing. It's just the clear rewards are not good. Yeah. The blacksmith class isn't optimal for clearing Yggdrasil as the wizard is, so that's not a surprise. Alrighty. And I think that's pretty much it for everything. All I got left now is okay, so I got luck 100%. What happens? All I got left now is the grindy stuff. My battle time. I technically have branches to do. We'll see. And MVPs. We'll see if I get around to them. I should. Like, Mistress is coming up. I'll definitely fight that. I should do my branches. But I think for today, though, I'm going to call it here for the stream. I guess after we do this map and see what this 100% luck bonus is. Prize upgrade. Oh, I see. Ooh, I would really like to get that cog. That orange cog wheel. That'd be nice. First time seeing this wheel. Nope. I got 3 gacha tickets, which is okay. Nothing extraordinary, but okay. But yeah, I'll do the rest of my other 2 maps, and then I'll pull those gacha tickets. And I will pull it. Probably there. Use any other tickets in my inventory. See if we pull anything nice. I wonder when the next new event will be. I do have a calendar. Well, no, the calendar is for the Discord events. I have a calendar for both just normal weekly events and Discord events, but I guess they don't really have anything for special events when those are coming up. Like I said, the current one is the Desire for Battle, which just gives us daily extra combat time and monster annihilation time, which does not stack, by the way. You gotta be sure that you're using it every day, because if you don't use it, you will just lose it outright and it's gone. Right, so let's use these 3 gacha tickets real quick. To get anything. Like gummy bears, I guess. That's just a blue. Nothing. It's purple, which is still effectively nothing. And the third one. Just another blue, so didn't get anything import from those. I don't think I don't have anything for these. I don't think I can redeem anything yet. Cannot. What else we got? Nothing really. I don't really have any consumables left. Like, yeah, I can use these two, I guess. These normal pet summons. Alright, and there we go. I think with that, I'm gonna go finish my combat time. Right now I'm farming the mimics. Trying to get their card because it is a good accessory card for me with the variable cooldown time down as well as the magic attack up. The best place I found for it is in Sphinx 2 floor. I guess I can show that real quick, but it's also pretty heavily contested. Like even when I'm farming there, other people will just walk up and start farming on top of me because players are rude. Nobody waits their turn, they just steal the spots. But I can show real quick that place in question that I do use. There might be other spots as well that are less known. You know, I could search around the other areas and see, but this is just the easiest one I found. It's a 3 spawn of mimics. Top of one of them is what you're always looking for. Once I get to level 70 and I have my gravity field, my farming will be a lot stronger there too. Right now I'm using Flame Pillar, which does work quite well. It has good damage output, but it's no gravity field when it comes to farming the mimics. It's just good because it does AoE damage and it puts it out very quickly. Yeah, like I keep seeing these announcements in the bottom showing people getting like 12 plus items from the special treasure, so I was expecting to get something like that myself, and then apparently not. I was like, what the heck? All I got was... I don't even remember what I got. Gacha tickets, yeah, all I got was the 3 gacha tickets. So yeah, as you can see, this is actually by a guild member currently being used. But yeah, it's the spot. It just spawns 3 of them all at once here. She's actually not standing in the right location for her. She's too far away. She wants to be standing over here and casting it on top of here. But yeah, like I said, it's always used, and while everybody else comes and steals the spots, I don't do that. That is just very impolite. That said, if a player does try to steal my spot, I will tell them off, and I will not leave. But you know what? Let's go check the other locations. Maybe I can find something. Pyramid or sunken ship. I guess I should just teleport out. Oh, Mr. spawned right. I completely forgot about that. Let's go do that real quick. Then I'll go for the farming. I am gonna continue trying no party mistresses for the because I did get that expert ring too. I still think it might be a little bit just superstition. I don't know that it's actually accurate that being solo gives you a higher rate of getting them. I think it was just RNG. But dang it, I'm not really in whatever. But regardless, I'm gonna keep trying it and see, hey, maybe I get a second one, and you know, that brings it closer to being confirmed that yeah, solo maybe does have a better drop rate for the rings and stuff like that. Should I be fighting this right now? No, I should be teleporting around trying to get to the stress spot. Given that I'm solo, it's not like I'm ever gonna be first place anyway, so I'm not as pressured to get to the mistress quickly. Gonna ask him guild. If anybody has the location for it. And when I'm teleporting around, I have it unlocked where I can see the icons of the MVPs in the map. So I'm just teleporting until I see the icon pop up. somebody posts a location. Unfortunately, channel 1 and 3 are both full, and this channel might not have anybody fighting it, and I sure can't take it, or tank it myself, so that is the case. It's just unlucky. What else is unlucky is teleporting around this much and not seeing it. Come on now. And I have to walk the entire map or something? What the heck? There it is, finally. Okay. But no, we got plenty of people on it, so I'll be safe. Post this because nobody else did. Assuming they're also... Oh, they were just saying it's here, but then they didn't give a location. It's like, okay. Thank you for telling me it's here. Where is here? On my end, set to the wrong skill right now from the guild challenge. Change that out real quick. Now, after this mistress, I'll go look around and see if I can't find another good spot for mimics. That's not so hotly contested. And if I can't, I guess I'll just farm worker skeletons, as they have tons of cluster spawns. And I'm still not too high level. I'm one more level and it will be too high level for them, but right now I'm still within a range that they're giving me 100% experience. I could do those. Just looking if there's anything I care about in any of these so far. So. Yeah, so mimic is what I want. That variable cast time function. So I do wonder what I'm looking at so far for my pity drop rate on the mimics. So I realize when you're searching things here, it's case sensitive. If you type mimic with a lowercase m, you won't get it. Which is, again, quite an oversight. Just have your search term use, you know, a 2 lowercase on whatever the player types and have everything in lowercase. No reason for it to be case sensitive. Magic sensor. Interesting. But, I'm only at 8% card drop progress, so it'll be a while until I get the pity. Sorry, somebody pinged me in the Discord. Found some new members. I don't know. So, for the minute, yeah, I'll check Pyramid first and Sunkenship. But if anybody does ever watch this video before, you know, I'm leveled out of mimics. You know, another place that's good for farming. This has been a very silent stream for me, though, because I'm not hearing any of the game audio. I know you guys are now. You weren't at the beginning, but now you can hear it, but I can't hear anything. It looks like somebody joined the Discord and wants to join the guild, but they're having difficulty with it. People were pinging me for. Oh, don't want. I wish I could disable click to move. Honestly. Oh, I got another job level up. Nice. I don't even know where I spend this last point. Unless it just goes into passive SP recovery. Do I have to have 40 in this tree specifically? Huh. I don't trust the game. I don't trust the game to not screw me over. I'm just going to put another point, I guess, at my fire pillar here. Like, there'd be absolutely no reason why you would need to have 40 points specifically in this tree to go to High Wizard. Like, so long as you have 80 total skill points, you should be able to. But I don't trust the programming of the game to account for that. I feel like if I were to put the 1 point here instead, then I would be 39 out of 40 here and it wouldn't let me get to High Wizard. Even though that definitely should not be the case. And I hope that it isn't. I just don't trust that it isn't. Yeah, no, I don't know why I get this red dot on collection sometimes. There's nothing there. There's nothing. There's no reason for that dot to be there. Every now and again it just pops up and sits there forever and I'm like, what do you want from me? I came in very late, so yeah, I'm definitely not. Oh, what is this pearl? This is the party that got the ring, which is not something for me, so that's about it. And then they got, see, this is the thing, when you're doing it solo, you miss out on all of the, unless you can solo the top 3, you know, you miss out on all these boxes, including the diamond chest, so. Solo definitely has its downsides, but if it does drop the ring faster, like at a higher rate, that is worth it. But yeah, you can see I clicked every single thing in the selection, it's still there. It's just gonna sit there forever. Well, for some indeterminate amount of time, and then eventually it will go away. I have no idea what the deal is with that. I just have a red dot stuck here. So yes, let's go. First I will actually just teleport home. Afra. Where am I going? Where am I going? Another one of my students seems to have stopped playing the game, sad. Guess I will remove them then. Actually, I think both of these, yeah. Our guild leader just removed this person. I don't think they're gone, but I'm pretty certain Sophidia is gone. So I think all of my students are gone now. Lovely. That is one big problem in the student system. And then you get punished for it, like your mentor or your student quits the game, and then you are punished for that. Not very nice. Like you're punished with a 3-day wait period until you can get a new one. It's just kind of bites. Like, why am I punished because somebody else quit, you know? And like, what is the advantage of that 3-day cooldown? Like, what would you be able to gain unfairly by having no cooldown? Oh. Like, where's the exploit there that they seem to be worried about? I don't understand it. I mean, I guess there is that, there are some rewards you can get pretty easily early on, so you could like cycle through a bunch of students and have them do that one easy quest, technically speaking. It said they were still in Eden, but yeah, you could cycle through that same quest pretty easily and accumulate coins more rapidly than the game probably wants you to, I guess. I still think that if your student quits, you know, if they haven't been online in X amount of days, you should just be able to remove them with no penalty. Being, you know, penalized because somebody else that you have no control over left the game. That's like one big thing is these type of systems with those penalties. They really incentivize players to make alt accounts and just, you know, play with themselves. Just have accounts that spend no money. It's their alts that just are used by the main account, be the students or whatever else. I know a game I played previously did have it that if your mentor or student has been offline for more than 3 days, then you can remove them without penalty. That's a much better system. But again, I don't really expect any changes to happen to any of the systems of the game because this game's already been out for so long. I just can't imagine at this point if something hasn't already been changed. It's not, you know, I can't say, like, I can't see it being changed in the future. Another thing, how the heck do I get the higher star versions of these? Because the super success doesn't give me a better output, it just gives me more of the same output. Yeah, how do I get like 2 and 3 stars? Oh, hold on. I'm getting a phone call, so I have to mute my mic. Okay, so there is at least this spot. It's of course contested on both channels as well. What can you do? But I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Just so I have it as a mimic spawn location. Save it as a little picture on my desktop. Mimic 3x spawn. There we go. So I will know that exists. Let's look around. I guess I can go back and check the other channel as well and see if it's still occupied or if they've left. Not still there. Keep looking. This might be another 3x spawn. Pretty spread out, but that does tend to happen. They tend to walk away from their spawn if there's nobody there to hold them. Oh, yep, there we go. That's another 3x. Very good. I found myself a spot that I can farm in. Now I just need to get to the proper skills. I guess I will just add a dot on that little MS Paint thing that I pasted into to show that this is another location. And I need this guy to stop it so I can change to my farming. Alright, auto, semi-auto, mimic. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm a little bit out of rotation, so they're spawning oddly, but it's not perfect. But I also don't have gravitation right now. Not gravity well. I can't remember the name of it right now. My brain's blanking. Gravity field. Oh, is it just gravitation field? It's not gravitation field, whatever. When I have that, these things will die a lot quicker than this fire pillar, but this fire pillar will work, so I will set it here. And yes, I will go and pop this up, go to my paint that I just made that hopefully you're not seeing. Next one I can use because the one it thinks it's just constantly full. Where am I? Right there. Just at that little wall. Yeah, now I have both of these spots logged. Sure use farming these guys. And okay, I'm going to call the stream there. I don't think anybody wants to sit around and watch me farming. The next you know, however long. I got to go through this time and then also this extra annihilation duration. It's gonna be like 2 hours just standing here. But for anybody who did watch, thanks for watching. Next time.